Today we're going to go into my book. This is my little diary that I keep of all of my favorite things. Now we're going to talk about highlight. And the highlight that I used the most in 2017 was my rediscovered love for MAC Soft and Gentle. These are their mineralized skin finishes, and I don't know why. I guess it was like at the bottom of the whatever, and I just forgot about my MAC skin finishes. This is so gorgeous. And for a woman my age, which is 55, this is an appropriate highlight. I think that I don't have to worry too much about really going overboard. We'll come into this and just swipe down, and then I'll come to my cheek and drag. Swipe down, swipe across my nose. And this particular highlight is so perfect for not going overboard. And this one here by Wet n Wild is called Precious Petals. It's so pretty. Can you see that? I love that imprint on it. It's another one that, like the Soft and Gentle, that is really soft and gentle. It's not really overboard. I really like this thing. The packaging isn't so hot, but what's inside is really good. And don't forget that you don't have to keep these and limit them to highlighting your face. These make wonderful eyeshadows as well. And also, you can top your lipsticks with them and turn your lipsticks into those metallic looking lipsticks. Don't buy metallic lipsticks. Just turn your lipsticks into metallics using highlighters. The last one, of course, how can you not pick a BECCA? All right, this one is Pearl. Now, but what I wanted to show you also that e.l.f. came out with new highlighters called Shimmering Highlighting Powders, and this is Pearl Glow. So here's Pearl Glow, and here is BECCA's. Now, I'm not going to lie to you and say that they are absolute dupes, because on a woman my age, if you were to get a 10 plus magnification mirror and look when you swipe it, the BECCA absolutely does do better. But who's walking around with 10 plus magnification glasses and looking at your face? Okay, so I want to show you that this is BECCA, and if you like this e.l.f. little $6 one is a dupe. So there they are. And I'm going to run these on the back of my hand. I don't think that you could tell a difference on your face. So if you want, just skip the BECCA and go for this. So now we're going to move on to the mouth, and I'm going to break that up into 3 different things. I'm going to break it up into lip liners, liquid lipsticks, and regular lipstick. My first one may surprise you. That is Too Faced, and this is a clear one. Okay, so this is actually called Smoothing Anti-Feathering Lip Pencil. This you put on, and it creates a border so that your lipstick won't run and feather out. So if you've never heard of this before, I believe Urban Decay makes one also. But this is really good. My all-time favorite lip liner is by L'Oreal. It's the L'Oreal 6-Hour Infallible Never Fail Lip Liner, and I love it plum and brown. So brown isn't really brown. That's it. And because my favorite lipstick shades are berries and more nude-ish brown colors, this works perfect with almost every lipstick that I use, especially if I'm contouring. If I'm going to contour my mouth, I love this thing to outline and come inside the corners first before I do anything else. My last choice is going to be MAC. Okay, so I like two of the MAC liners I go through like this. I just keep buying them over and over again, and that would be MAC Whirl and MAC Soar. Liquid lipsticks then. Okay, so I had to think about this. The whole time that you've been watching me is probably a pretty long video, but what you don't know is that the video I've been filming for 3 hours, talking, drinking, eating ice, and I've been doing that in a red that has gone nowhere. And that is because I am using the Rimmel Lipocalypse. I like these a whole bunch. This makes me so happy because this is very inexpensive and this will stay put for a long, long time. You can eat, drink, get sloppy with ice, do whatever you want, kiss. It doesn't transfer. I really think that any of the shades that you can get in the Rimmel Lipocalypse are really good. And yes, in my video collection somewhere, there is me throwing this thing, calling it the worst thing ever, and da la la, tears my lips up and everything else. But the reason that it did was because I had been doing liquid lipstick trials, and this was the last one I used, and because my mouth was so sore, it tore my mouth. And see, they've got the doe foot on this side. And then after it dries down, you go in with this doe foot on this side, and it's got like a, not really a gloss, but kind of a clear like Vaseline-ish thing that you put on it, and it gives it shine and it helps it hold. So this one works exactly the same way. This is by Chanel. Now, the way this Chanel works different, and this is the same thing with the Rimmel. The way that this works different than all the other ones is this goes on light. So it doesn't go full on color. And I think that's one of the reasons that it looks so beautiful and lasts so long and looks so great is because it goes on light and then you can put another coat on to make it darker. It gets kind of tacky, and then you take the other end, and now theirs is more like a gloss and it's got a brush. Okay, and then you put that on, and even with those on the ends of both of these, even though that has turned it into a gloss, it won't transfer. You can kiss, drink, do whatever you want, and it won't come off. So, you know, a lot of liquid lipsticks, for instance, my third favorite one, which is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And this one here, I think, is in soft lilac. Yeah. So this is so pretty, and it lasts a pretty long time, and it's a beautiful liquid lipstick. Okay, but if you put this on, let it dry down, and then put a gloss over it, it will go all over the place. So that is not the case with these two. They have a gloss on the end, and they're perfect. Now we're going to move on to lipsticks. I mean, I just got this. This is the holiday version of Lancome. It's out here to represent that one of my favorite lipsticks, period, is Lancome. No secret, I love Lancome. I love Elizabeth Arden and Lancome. All right, this is the holiday lipstick, Sephora's. Okay, Macy's, Nordstrom, they have their version of Lancome's holiday lipstick tube also, and theirs is a red. It is shade 264. It is in their regular line. This is just a special tube with glitter on it for the holidays. But I like Lancome's formula for lipsticks. They're creamy. They would remind you, I think, of YSL's. Bite. And now this one here is in cotton candy. The other one is in my purse. I have three. I have 3 Bite lipsticks, but I think Rhubarb is my favorite one. They go on so smooth and hydrating, and there's just something about knowing that its ingredients are so wonderful that it's actually considered food grade. So I love the Bite lipsticks. And this year I tried Lorac. I've tried Lorac's lipsticks and I dearly love them. This one here is called Secret Agent. That's the shade right there. Gorgeous. Here's something I want to point out about the Lorac lipsticks. The Lorac lipsticks are around the same price range as a MAC lipstick, okay? But watch this, okay? Here's this. This is like brand new. I've been using it around the same amount of time that I've been using the Lorac. Look at the size of the bullet on this. Now let's look at the size of the bullet on this. Look how much more you get with a Lorac lipstick. I just really like these particular Lorac lipsticks. They are the Alter Ego Hydrating Lip Stains, and I I love them. Glosses, really nothing new here, except I didn't mention them before. I mentioned Soap and Glory last year as a plumper, okay? So I guess if you're looking for a plumper, then I did use this is to here. I use this a lot. It's Buxom, okay, and White Russian. But you know, the next time I get one, I might get, I can't remember what the shade is. I mean, I love the White Russian. I do, but there's another one. I think it's Dolly or something that I like just a little bit better. So I might get that one next time, but I really love these. If lip plumpers bother you, because like the Soap and Glory's Sexy Mother Pucker XXL, that one there might hurt you if you don't like that burning, tingling sensation you get with a lip plumper. So I think that Buxom is on the lower end. Now when you do that, make sure you always wipe off your doe foot. My number one lip gloss, I think always is going to be Lancome's Juicy Tubes, and there's several reasons why. This one here is called Shimmer. This particular one, I think, smells like juicy fruit. But they're so hygienic, okay? So they got a plastic lip with a hole. So you just squeeze it up out of there and you put it on, and then you can actually wipe this off with something, an alcohol pad or whatever you want. You can wear these all by themselves or over the top of your favorite lipstick, and it will slightly change the color. They're kind of slippery, but not sticky at all. Lancome Juicy Tubes are not sticky at all, and they're not expensive. You see how that's kind of a peachy color. So you get your gloss, and when you lick them, like it doesn't bother you. I just really like Lancome Juicy Tubes, and if you've never tried one, they're really not that expensive. They last forever. And I think they're the most hygienic lip gloss there is. So the last step before I do my setting spray is usually some kind of a luminous backlight powder. And the people who are the most famous for that I have is Hourglass. So this one here is in Mood Light. And many of you know that my all-time favorite blush is also by Hourglass, and it's called Mood Exposure. Well, this is the Mood Light. I've sold several of these. I used to have them all. But I kept Mood and Luminous. Both of them I go back and forth between. I just take this and I come in here, I twirl it so it's on the brush, and bam, bam, I hit with this big brush. And then what this does is, this is a powder, but it doesn't make your face cakey. It doesn't have a typical powder effect. What it does is it has a luminous effect and a backlight. So it hides your imperfections. It makes you look lit from within. So people would be looking at you, be like, wow, she's like all lit up on the inside. She's like glowing, but not in the same way a highlighter makes you glow. And the other two that I have and I use for the same thing would be the Guerlain Balls. I am sorry, can we have a moment? I would buy this for the smell. And I also have this in a compact. And I have been using these for like a month straight on my face. These are Lancomes. I'm sorry, this is gone. You can't get this anymore. So, and I took them out of my store. I was going to sell them. What was I thinking? I was so crazy. So these are the same diff. It's like those Guerlain things. You just sweep your brush all the way around. And then, and you just have the slightest hint of something that when people look at you, they be like, whoa. I judge a setting spray by whether or not when I take a makeup wipe and I take my makeup off at the end of the night, if that makeup is still on my face and I've got it on my wipe, that setting spray did its job. And one of the best I've ever used is this one. This is KatVonD Lock-It. Okay, the mist on this is unreal. Can you see how fine of a mist that is? So it doesn't get too wet. You don't have to spray it in the air and let it fall on your face. You can hit yourself directly in the face with it, and the mist on it is so fine that it won't be like wet on your face. So this is a tried and true, really works good. But if you don't want to pay that kind of money, then I have found that this is pretty good. But this is a Sheer Envy Hydrating Primer Mist, 12 hours with electrolytes, and it says electrolytes energize and hydrate the skin. Oil-free, silicone-free, alcohol-free, and I quite like this stuff. The last one, the last setting spray, it's not really a setting spray. You probably won't even believe this, but it is Wen's replenishing treatment. No, right? I have a Wen fairy, and she sent me bunches of Wen this year. Anyway, so there were products in there that I didn't even know what they were, because I was just using Wen, just the regular Wen, to do my hair. So this is a replenishing treatment spray, and what you do is you like spray it in your hair, and you know, like second day hair, you spray this in your hair, it just kind of gives it a little bump. Okay, but she said that Laura Geller uses this replenishing spray as a setting spray on her face. Well, if Laura Geller did it, I'm going to try it. And I did. I really like it. So, yeah, if you didn't know, if you use Wen and you have this stuff sitting around, you use it on your hair, heck, give your face a couple pumps after you've finished your makeup. And it does seem to have the effect of making powdery face look not powdery. That wraps up my 2017 products that I used the most and favored, and I hope that you enjoy them. If you've never used any of them, then maybe you'll give some of them a try, and if you have, I'd love to hear whether or not you agree with me. And I'd like to thank you guys for being the best part of the Fritzy family. You are what makes this family, and I hope you never forget that. I hope you guys are having a blessed day, but if you're not, then go out and be a blessing to somebody else, because that's the best way that you can get one. Promise you, make you feel really good inside. Until next time, love you, see ya, bye, and I'm out.
3, 2, what? 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. Nobody sees this but you. What are you doing this for? Look, do you guys recognize my Santa mug? Yeah, he ate a pumpkin pie, and that's why that coffee tastes like that. It's pumpkin spice. Thank you, Santa. I saw Fritzy kissing Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho. I'm jolly, by golly. Stop it. All the fritziness is going to be about this mug. This is for bridge. Meli Kaliki Maka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting. Neither one of us are on an island. Secret agent man, secret agent man. Okay, wait a minute. Lilac is a woman. It's Carol. See, Lilac spelled backwards is Carol. Or Carol spelled backwards is Lilac. Whatever. Same diff. Secret agent woman, secret agent woman.